What inspired you to start designing your own TTRPG content?
So I think, like a lot of classic gamers, having come up pre-internet, there weren't a lot of options for grabbing adventures, preset adventures. Like, there was no internet, there was no online culture of sharing adventures. There were RPG magazines like Games Master Interactive, Arcane, some other magazines and things like that that would have adventures in. But it was a toss-up whether they would have an adventure in that was for a game that you had or ran, or that you could convert to another system, and they were always very short. And I never liked published adventures anyway, so it was make up your own shit or don't play. So I think a lot of us vintage gamers have a more DIY mindset in the first place. So I think that when you're from that pre-internet generation, if you started gaming before 1995 or so, I think making up your own shit was already part of what you did anyway, just as a consequence of being a gamer. And then for a lot of people, that inevitably meant modifying systems or coming up with your own, or applying one system to a different setting or whatever else, especially if you didn't come up as a D&D gamer, which I didn't. Most people do, but I think it's so much better but I would think that if you come up on games that aren't D&D, I think you have a much richer, broader experience of gaming. So I'm quite relieved that Project Sigil hasn't worked out quite as they planned, because that threatened to be the walled garden for D&D. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that didn't happen. So right from the beginning, when I was playing games, from the moment I stepped beyond fighting fantasy, I was making my own stuff. So then eventually I left school and college, and I wanted to work in games, and I tried very hard to get into it, but it was difficult. Again, pre-internet age, it wasn't that easy to contact people. When I did have access to the internet, we emailed every company we could think of, trying to get work from any of them, showing them the ideas that we had and seeing if that would work out. And then when we did get a call back from Steve Jackson Games, which led to the Munchkin's Guide to Power Gaming and everything since, I'd already gotten regular jobs. So I was kind of stuck in the regular jobs, doing some freelancing on the side and getting a little bit of bonus money here and there for those freelancing jobs, mostly for Mongoose Publishing at the start. Then the .com bubble burst, and I was out of work for 18 months because there were no tech-related jobs, and I was deemed too clever by half to be shelf stacking or anything, so they wouldn't give me a job. So after 18 months, I just kind of decided, fuck it, I don't want to continue to be put through all the hoops that they make you jump through for unemployment money, and decided to start my own business, making games. And that was, PDFs and so on were taking off, and the opportunity was there to start up self-publishing without a massive outlay. So what inspired me was I'd always done it. I managed to catch some freelancing, and then the opportunity arose to self-publish. So I took it. So circumstance, proclivity, and upbringing, I would say.
Now, Bob, consider this next question very carefully. What is your one purpose in life?
To explode, of course.